guy's laughing at me because I'm trying to make an intro for my first vlog. But listen, guys. All right, so my parents think I can't make money playing poker, and I'm here tonight to prove them wrong. What do you think? Are we gonna win tonight?
No.
Nah, we're not gonna win tonight. All right, guys, let's get to driving. In this session, we are playing at a Run Pure Poker cash game at the Quakers Inn. It's a 1-2 with an optional 5, and it is a self-deal game. I know, guys, that's terrible, but unfortunately, you're not allowed to film in any casino in the country. Anyway, enough of an introduction, let's get into the punting. Welcome, fish. First hand, let's go. Pocket 9s on the button. Our mate in the cutoff opens it up to $6, and we're gonna 3-bet here for value to 25. This guy's range is wider than your nan. Anyway, let's head to a flop of... just kidding, boys. He folds. Action is definitely coming our way, because we've got to make this money back, guys. We just have to. I'm down $6,000 this month. That is insane. I'm only 20. I don't have the funds for this. But we're punting it all away. 5 minutes later and we're on the hijack, and oh yeah, we got the third best hand in poker. We look down at 5-7 of clubs. The straddle to $5 is on and under the gun limps. We make it $25 to go. The small blind now goes all in for $100. Guys, I'm a nit. I'm gonna fold this hand. Second pocket pair of the night. Mr. Editor, can we get a tally for how many pocket pairs we get tonight? We look down at the Larry Birds under the gun. We limp. Action folds to the big blind and he opens for $15. My mate in the straddle calls and I call as well. Dealer, show us a 3. Nope. The flop is Jack 10-7 rainbow and the action checks around. How boring. Okay, one more try. Dealer, show us a 3, please. Turn is a 10 of clubs and the big blind bets out for 25. Straddle folds and I fold as well. Okay. Under the gun once again with another pocket pair. Mr. Editor, how many is that in the tally now? Anyway, we've got red 9s and we open it up to $20. Where the fuck did the action go? Because everyone folds and we just scoop up $3 in blinds. Wee-oo. Juicy pot. Another pocket pair. That's right, ladies and fishmen. We see pocket 10s on the big blind. Under the gun, low jack button and small blind all limp for $2. And we open here to $37. Only the small blind, after a bit of tanking, does make the call. And we go heads up to a flop of 8-7-3 2 hearts. Single raise pot out of position versus a short stack. It's good to check our strong hands here a lot of the time because he will be stabbing this flop at a high frequency. We check it over to him and he does more than just stab. He commits grievous bodily harm and first-degree murder and goes all in for $100. Guys, we snap call. Only hand to be scared of here is 7-8 and we ain't no pussies, so we put it all in. Let us hold one time, dealer, please. And the turn is a king. And we don't improve on the river and we lose. What the fuck, man? Oh well, that's just how poker is. And sometimes you gotta cop the bad beats in order to get the good ones in.
Relax.
Time skip. 45 minutes later, we see king 6 of hearts on the small blind. I've been playing a folding simulator. I'm so bored. Let's play this hand. EP opens to 15. Hijack and button both call, so I'm gonna come along as well. We see a flop of Jack 4-3 2 clubs. We hit absolutely nothing. Okay, fine. The action checks around, so we now see a turn, which is the king of diamonds. Ooh, we got top pair. Hell yeah. But the EP now leads out for 35, and I'm not feeling that good about it. The other 2 fish fold. And for this price, I'm gonna call. What's his range? He can definitely have some ace king, king queen, king 10, king jack. But he can also have some bluffs in there after we showed him weakness by checking back on the flop. Some bluffs include like ace queen, ace 10, queen 10, 9 10, stuff like that. We now go to a river of the 5 of hearts. He leads now for a tiny size of 40. So he's not saying he has a nutted hand, but he's saying he basically has thin value, so like Jack X or better. Do we beat some value? Yes, we beat jacks. Do we beat some bluffs? Yeah, we beat some ace queen type of bluffs. And we only lose to better king X holding. So for this price, we make the call. And of course, we are not good. Guys, what am I overthinking? They're just never bluffing here, even for a small size. Juicy, juicy part. Okay, we're on the low jack with Queen Jack of clubs. My pet fish under the gun opens it up to $6, and should we call or should we raise? I don't want to play this hand out of position multi-way, so I choose to isolate him. I 3-bet to $30. Only he makes the call, and we go to a flop of 4, 9, 10 with 2 clubs. We're now open-ended to the nuts and drawing to a flush. He checks, and we c-bet $30 here. He snap calls. Bang! Bang! We hit our flush on the turn as we see the 7 of clubs. He checks to us again, and how much should we bet here? I think we can get many calls betting big on this turn, as I'm sure top pairs, over pairs, or any hand with ace or king of clubs will call. In game, I bet much smaller, just like a fish. I throw in $60 and he quickly calls. I definitely lost value there. River card is a 10 of diamonds. When he checks to us, there is only one size we can go here, and that is to go all in. We shove $242. Please call. And he calls. We know we're good. We table our hand and we scoop up this juicy part. Hell yeah. About another hour passes by and we pick up some nice hands. The action is flying, people are getting to $2,000, $3,000 pots, but when we raise, everyone just folds. I mean, look at this. We pick up pocket 7s. Fold. Now we get pocket jacks. 3-bet. Fold. We even get pocket kings. Still, everyone just folds. What is up with my luck? We see Jack 9 of hearts on the low jack, and we're opening up to $25. We want to go heads up in position versus one of the blinds, but surprisingly cut off calls and small blind calls too. We go monkey in the middle to a flop of 10, 8, 5 rainbow. Somehow we're open-ended and drawing to the nuts. Small blind checks to us and we continue with our strong draw for $50. The cutoff calls and the small blind folds. Out of position now, we see a turn. Bang! What the bang? We bink. We bink the nuts with the queen of diamonds on the turn. Let's see, how much can we bet here? Wait. I check? There are many hands to get value from here. Straight draws, 2 pairs, 10x, sets, but we check? Okay, maybe this is why I'm losing a lot this month. We go to a king of diamonds on the river, and now we should either bet big to get a call from the top of his range, or bet small to get a call from his entire range and induce some raises. But we go in the middle and bet out for $75 instead. Where the hell was my brain in this hand? Probably thinking about Korean fried chicken. I mean, look at what I had for dinner. Doesn't that look so good? I mean, damn. Anyway, he folds, and although we won, I think I lost this hand personally. Guys, I'm recording this next part of the video the next day, and somehow I've woken up looking like Rudolph the fucking reindeer, because like, look at my nose. I've got a fat pimple. All I can say for the next hand is tally that shit up. Back into the action, and we look down at one of the most controversial hands of poker. That's right, pocket kings again. Black pocket kings on the button. The low jack opens it up to 25, and I'm definitely going to raise, but I don't know how big to raise here. I think going small can accomplish a lot because weaker players can call and we can incentivize the low jack to 4-bet a lot of the time. The small blind surprisingly cold calls, and the low jack comes along as well. We go to a flop of 10-5-5 with 2 clubs. The small blind checks and the low jack checks as well. I lead out here for $75, hoping to get a range call from the both of them. Only the small blind ends up putting in the call and the low jack folds. We go to a turn of deuce of clubs. He checks it on over to us, so we're thinking, what is his range? Well, I think if he was calling with a flush draw, he would have just jammed on the turn. He's only got 160 left in a pot size of 330, so I think if he had a flush, he would have just shoved. We know we have the best hand here. We put it all in for him, and after 30 seconds of tanking, he finally puts in the... No, he does not put in the call. Guys, he lets his hand go. I don't know how you can ever fold for that price, but he really must have had nothing. Time for some better lighting, guys. Look, you can actually see the table. The last one was terrible. The straddle is on and under the gun limps. Middle position now makes it 25, and he is a weaker player, so we would like to isolate here. We 3-bet to 75, and when it folds around to him, he does make the call. We're heads up in position to a flop of king 10-5 with 2 diamonds. Bink, we got top pair and decent kicker, so he checks it on over to us, and we're going to c-bet our range here for third pot. We make it 55, and before we can even get our chips across the line, he puts in the fold. Do you have a big heart? Nah, because you haven't subscribed, so we look down at small hearts, 8, 7 of hearts on the cutoff. Our friend under the gun +1 opens it to 15, middle position calls, I have position and don't need to isolate, so I call as well. Small blind juices it up, and he calls too. I must be tripping out, because flop comes A7-7 with 2 diamonds, we got trips, but the action checks to us. Ace is never folding, diamonds are never folding, 6-7 is never folding, so we should bet big. We should bet huge. Okay, we bet small. What the hell? Wow, we bet 40 bucks and only our friend once again ends up making the call. Turn is a brick, 4 of clubs, and he checks it to us again. We should bet big again, but we bet small again. What am I doing, guys? Must be getting real fishy at the end of the night here. Maybe my brain switched off. The river is a 9 of diamonds, and when he checks to us, I actually decide to check it back. Like I said, he could have been calling down with an ace. I don't think they're going to triple call off with a naked ace. And if he was calling down with a diamond draw, he did just improve to a flush, and that now beats us. I think betting here is very, very thin. So we do check it back, and we see that he's got ace 10 of clubs. We win this hand with our tripperinos. Let's go. Time is running out, guys. 15 minutes left till the game ends tonight, and we are still trying to make as much money as we can to get out of this fucking hole. We're in the low jack looking down at, well, pocket kings again. I'm starting to hate this hand. Straddle is on, and MP to our right opens it up to 30. We're next to act, and we 3-bet here to 90 bucks. We don't need to raise too big, so I think this size is just fine. Anyway, he calls, and the flop is queen 9-7 rainbow, and when he checks to us, I'm c-betting my range here for about third pot and going slightly bigger when I have good hands. I make it 75 bucks, and he doesn't take too long before calling. Guys, this is why I hate this hand, because we see the ace of diamonds on the turn, bruh. Seriously. But he checks it to us, and we're just thinking, what is his range? So the only hand he should really have with an ace floating the flop is ace queen. So we bet small here, 125, to get value from draws and queen x. On most rivers, he'll check it to us, and we can easily check back. If he leads big on the river, then we have a pretty easy fold. But there's no need for any of that fancy nonsense, as he does just fold and says no more gambling for tonight. We win this pot. Okay guys, last hand of the night. Our session was pretty lengthy, but it's hard to film and take notes for hands at the same time, especially in a game where you have to actually pass the dealer button around and self-deal. The game director has called the last hand of the night before my deal, so we know win or lose, this is 100% the last hand of the night. Hopefully we don't blow our stack off and lose it all. Seriously, I am tired of these pocket pairs. That's right, this time we've got another one. Red 6s on the button. And as I mentioned, it is the last hand of the night. The pocket pairs tally must be insane now. Anyway, passive player in the hijack opens it up to 25 bucks, and we flat on the button. We're heads up in position to a flop of 8-9-7 with 2 clubs. He checks it over to us, and I'm pretty sure that this board smashes our range and should be uncomfortable for him. We take the aggressive route and bet up $40, and he ends up snap calling, which usually indicates some kind of weakness or showdown kind of hand. Basically, he's got a capped range. I'm pretty sure we can bluff him off on later streets if the turn and river are good for us. The turn, however, is no good for us. It's the king of diamonds. When he checks to us, we should do a lot of betting small here to recap him or checking. If we check back our hand, we can win at showdown against hands like ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. But anyway, we choose a pot size bet of 130, which does not accomplish much. He quickly calls. He then leads out on the river for 250. I have nothing, but this bet is basically him saying he has pocket kings or nothing as well, or maybe ace king, going for some maximum thin value kind of play. Anyway, we're never going to win in this spot, call or bluff, so we decide to let the hand go, and the hijack eventually tells us he has ace king later on. What do you guys think about my bet turn? I think it was pretty shite. Okay, you guys have made it to the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section for my next one, where I will be playing at Marrickville, and also to see you guys viewing the reels and TikToks I will be pumping out in the following week. Okay, so we won, but we didn't win enough, and to be honest, I think it's going to take a while for us to get out of this hole unless we book a pretty fat win at the next session. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys around the next time. All right, peace.